some cases. Some folks may feel like TGIF, at least if it's a work thing, you may be feeling TGIF-ish, you know. Thank God it's Friday. Thank God last day of the week. Thank God it's ready for the weekend, baby. All the things, all right? All of the things. SPX 500, it's steady moving. SPX is steady moving. Y'all, as they say, come on in, come on in, come on in. Let's talk about what's going on this morning in the market. Let's see, I'm going to share some stuff on my screen so that way we can see what we're working with. What are we working with? First thing we're working with is this right here. Can y'all see it? Let me make sure we can see this craziness that went on yesterday at the end of the day. Okay, can y'all see that right there? SPX, this is SPX 500 actually. Let me switch to SPX because SPX, it's a daily chart. Yeah, no, it's not. Let me go to just SPX. That way we can see what the foolery was that occurred. This was I'll put this on the 15-minute, but you see there's a bunch of gaps. We got to go back and make sure we identify all those gaps on our charting so we can make sure that we know when the price wants to come on back for those. So listen, this is what the chart looked like yesterday. That last 15-minute candle, y'all see that? This right here blew right on through our strikes. We had, we thought we was in a good position at the end of the day for our call credit spreads and our put credit spreads, but the market decided SPX decided it was ready to go in that last 15-minute candle. This is all day. June. Then finally last minute, something, you wonder what happens. What is it that pushes it like that? And if you're somebody who's in my comments and you know what pushes it like this at the end, I would say it has to be capital infusion that pushes it, because you have to have that juice has to come from somewhere. But I mean, SPX in itself doesn't have shares. It's just all the things. But then when we were looking at all the Mag 7, none of those were green like this. So nobody had earnings that was coming up at the end of the day that would push it like this. Not really sure. So if somebody's got some ideas, then shoot, we're interested to hear it. We interested to hear what happened, because our call credit spread, I had 6110. It blew right on through 6110. I was not really fussing at myself, but I was looking at the 5-minute chart. Of course, after the fact, you can always look back and see just the place where things go awry. Right here in this 340, 345 candle, this right here is a bullish engulfing. This candle here, this is a 2 up, and bullish engulfing definitely signals a turnaround, which, on the front side, you're thinking, okay, it's turnaround. Well, it turned around some previous times too. No big deal. Figuring that this resistance over here in the 6103, 6104, 6105 for sure was going to be someplace that would hold it. But once it pushed on, it jumped up past there. We need to identify this gap. Once it jumped up past that 6104, 6105, this was the jump out of the ship candle right here. But I was so busy watching price action that I didn't even think about the fact that once we skipped this and we were moving on, that it was probably a no return zone. But this is what happens when you're in the moment. Sometimes the things that you can find after the fact don't become as readily apparent when you're in the moment. So we did have a little bit of some losses yesterday as a community at the end of the day, but we do know, hopefully we all know, anybody who trades SPX knows that SPX is a high risk strategy. In anytime you're trading SPX, any time of the day you're trading SPX, you're putting on some risk, right? Because the minimum spread is a 5 spread, which is $500. So at any given time in trading with SPX, you're running into the opportunity that it will go against you. So we have to always be ready for that. Doesn't make it feel any better. I know that we don't feel any better when it happens, but it's what it is, right? twin economic gap that Trump needs to manage. U.S. futures inch down as Wall Street weighs a week of Trump. Silent plurality is ready to sell the dollar. Novo stock pops on phase 1 data for new weight loss drug. Novo Nordisk. Morgan Stanley CEO, the whale-like deal is out there under Trump. Vanguard's S&P 500 fund is about to become the world's largest ETF. That's probably VOO, VOO. Blackstone is going to buy a $100 billion Virginia power plant near data centers. Ooh, y'all see that? Blackstone going near the data centers and buying a power plant. This says some stuff, right? Blackstone, looks like their stock ticker is BX. I know I think they're quite an expensive stock. I remember looking, it's been a while back now. Trump's big AI goals start small, 57 jobs at Texas data center. This is a Virginia data center. This is now a Texas data center. Verizon tops Wall Street estimates with mobile broadband gains, and Trump says he'd rather not put tariffs on China. All right, let's look at what CNBC has to say. Dow futures, S&P futures, NASDAQ futures are all red this morning. Oil and 10-year bonds are green. S&P futures are little change, but major averages on track for second positive week in a row. Looking at Europe, we've got Stock 600 and DAX are both green. CAC and the FTSE MIB, FTSE Milano, they're green. The FTSE is red, 0.34. Europe markets trade higher. Burberry leads gains after quarterly report. If we look at Asia, Asia's got a mixed bag. ASX, Hang Seng, and Shanghai are all green. The Nikkei and the Nifty 50 are red. The Nikkei is barely red. Asia Pacific markets track Wall Street gains as Trump pushes for rate cuts. All right, that's where we are on CNBC. As far as data goes today, what kind of meetings are coming out? We still are in the WEF annual meetings. Flash manufacturing PMI comes out at 9:45. Flash services PMI 9:45, 10 o'clock existing home sales. The 9:45 is a red folder, so there could be some volatility that could come from that. So keep your eye on it, right? Keep your eye on it. Their economic calendar for today, as far as investing.com has to say, is PMI at 9:45, home sales at 10 o'clock, inflation expectations, consumer sentiment 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, Fed manufacturing index 1 o'clock, oil rig count 3:30 is our speculative net positions. All right. Earnings. There wasn't a whole lot in the earnings sector for today. Not a whole lot happened yesterday evening or this morning as far as earnings go. Texas Instruments was yesterday. CSX was yesterday. Several different banks showed up yesterday. This morning we got Verizon, American Express, Ericsson, HCA Healthcare, Next Era Energy, Moog, Northwest. There's another few other banks that are here as well. Those are the things we got from this morning as far as earnings go. Adams numbers, 8 days of straight upside in SPX with long still working from Monday's 59.90 failed breakdown. Latest trigger was 60.85 reclaim yesterday. My targets were 61.06 was major, then 61.24, and we hit 24 overnight. Now, Adam trades the ES, so he trades ES futures, which is where he has numbers that have been hit even when the market is closed, because futures runs the whole time, right? The plan today, 61.05 is support. It keeps 61.31, 61.42, 61.55 alive. If 61.05 fails, then the dip to 60.85, 60.68, and 60.75. I'm thinking that 60.75 might not be an accurate number. Let me look real quick because, 60.68. Oh, through. That should be a through. 60.68 through 60.75 keeps that area alive. It should be through, not a comma. All right. 60.68 to 60.75. The gap between SPX and ES is about 30 points. If you're trading XSP, we've got 6.15 on the call credit spread side and 6.07 on the put credit spread side. May even go down to 6.06 if that's the major place. You might even go down there. if you're looking for XSP. You want to double your account using this strategy. Basically, look at how can we double the money that we use in our trading account. And I've got 5 things you can do in this video. Check out my YouTube channel. Check me out on YouTube to see what the videos as I post them. See what kind of new information is coming out on my YouTube channel. Yeah, we got to do with YouTube. Okay, come on. Speaking of YouTube, I'm pushing for my computer to do a little more than it wants to do right now. In the midst of all of this, my computer says, listen, you're doing a whole lot, Miss Ma'am, and maybe you're doing too much. Maybe you're doing too much. I need to go and turn on. I need to go and turn on the, where are we? I need to go and turn on, well, maybe not there. I need to turn on the monetization so we can make sure all of the money does get picked up, right? We needed to make sure that we're picking up the coins along the way, picking it up along the way, right? Here's our list of trades for the week. Here's our list of trades for the week. That JP Morgan trade is good and done. Actually, we traded JP Morgan. It did what it was supposed to do, and it's been closed already. So JP Morgan did its good work. Thank you. UPS, that trade is still working. The call credit spread strikes we ended up with was 134. Because at this point, the iron condor that's on this sheet is not accurate, is not doing well. Once we waited till the market opens, which is what I suggest that you do all the time, is wait till the market opens on Monday to determine whether you want to stick with the same strikes here or not. And in this case, what our trade ended up being was 134, 135 call credit spread, and UPS is currently at 133 and some change. All right, so definitely is up there. As far as the other ones down here on the moderate list, we traded USO. That trade is doing fine at this point. And Qualcomm, we traded that one. It's actually closed. One side of it closed already. The other side is going to close. And we added a Netflix trade, which Netflix was on the moderate list and showed that it was okay. We traded Netflix as a result of earnings. But Netflix has decided it's ready to pop up and do its good work. So our trade is now, we got to watch it this morning to make sure that it's okay. Hey, listen, I got my calendar. Woo woo. Y'all see the calendar? Right in front of my face. My calendar came. Maybe I should back up so we can see the calendar comfortably. My calendar came, right? Which is the back side of the calendar. I'm not sure if y'all can see it. You should be able to. Shows you all the different calendar months that are there. My calendar is here, right? This is our months of the calendar. I hope y'all can see that. I think you can because I can see it. In the screen, I can see it in the screen. But as we flip it, I got the big one. So, you didn't have to get the big one. You could have got the 8.5 by 11. I got the 11 by 14. And boy, it's so nice. For February is bullish engulfing candle, which is what happened yesterday, was a bullish engulfing, by the way. That's what happened yesterday. It says engulf your losses and step into strength. 2 candle pattern where the large green bullish candle completely engulfs the body of the prior smaller red candle. That's what happened to us yesterday. Okay, appears after a downtrend, signaling a potential reversal to the upside. The engulfing candle shows that the buyers have taken control after a period of selling. That's what that says in here. That says you can use this resource to trade with. And it gives you some steps down here on what you're looking for confirmation. How do we trade it? What's the extra tip? And we got a motivational tip. The motivational tip says, when buyers take over, opportunity is born. Well, opportunity is definitely born if you're going in as a buyer, going to the upside. But if you're on the opposite side, like we were, opportunity for a few losses steps in. You have to decide what side you're on. Anyway, you can go to my Etsy shop and grab you a copy of the calendar. They are really nice. If I say so myself, it's really nice, right? I'm trying to find a place to hang the calendar behind me. I might have to put it on, over one of those things over there. But I'm trying to find me a place to hang my calendar behind me. All right. Put it somewhere where y'all can see it when I'm on the screen. What y'all think about that? Ooh, I don't see any comments popping up. Is that because, why am I not seeing any comments? Why, oh, why?
Imagine making.
Are there no comments? Why, oh, why? How, oh, how could that be? Let me see. Let me find my own channel. Because there we go. Go to your channel so I can see what's happening on my own channel. Oh, I can see that. Let me see. Do I see any comments? Oh, yeah. I see some people. Marcia, Tanya, I see you now. Hey, Janae. Drew, good morning. Sabrina, good morning. At Netflix got added earlier in the week, right after earnings. Netflix got added. I put it in our chat, but you know what? At this point, if you didn't enter Netflix, be glad I entered Netflix, and then I put it in the comments. But into our Telegram chat, I put it in there, and I think I know I wrote in there that it was high risk because it was right after earnings. People literally bought the dip. That's what folks did. They bought the dip. Okay, let's go on to the next slide. I was going to talk about the SPX playbook, but we still can't talk about that because we still have one. We're still using the trade. We're still using the strategy. Even though it didn't work out yesterday, just know no strategy is 100%. You're going to run into issues no matter which one, but that don't mean the strategy is bad. Right. One thing I think we'll have to make sure we do going forward is making sure that we have our stop losses identified. Our membership, option seller zone membership, we're going to learn, trade, and profit the seller's way. Supportive community. Basically, we were all there together. We all selected together. It all went well, and then it didn't, but we were all still together. It's together. I mean, give you a little bit of, somebody to at least, feel, I won't say feel bad with, somebody to just, commiserate with. There we go. So it's profitable strategies with less screen time, daily profits to grow your account, and training and support. Those are the things we do have. Let's go on back to the charts. We got about 5 or 6 minutes before the market opens, right? This is, again, SPX is on our screen. Let's go check at Netflix so we can see what's going on with that. We got a few trades we're watching this morning in our seller community. Yep, you can come on back off the high highs, Netflix. I'm fine with that because I really want you to stay below. No, not there. Stay below my 990. Ooh, I got a 990 call credit spread, and I want you to make sure that you stay away. Stay away. Okay, I'll take this nice resistance up here. That's where the 990 or right up here in this area. I'll take that being a good resistance. Going on now, as they say, going on. I'm not even Jamaican. PMI is today. We all felt the pain yesterday. Yes, and we were there together. So I never want people to feel like they're in the fire and I'm, sitting idly by going, oh, look at them. No, when y'all in the fire, I am too. Some trades I take, y'all don't. I might mention a trade and I take that trade and y'all are like, I'm good. And there's obviously some trades y'all are taking that I'm not. So it all goes together. Some of them go well, some of them don't. I have to not beat myself up though, because that's probably the biggest thing is I will get down on myself because I'm like, well, I have to fight that. I have to fight that right there. And that's just me being transparent. That's me being transparent because I never want anybody to lose money. I don't want anybody to lose money following me. I don't want anybody to lose money trading anything that I suggest. I don't ever want that. I do know everybody, is the CEO of their own portfolio. Everybody's pushing their own buttons. I know all of that. Doesn't mean that I don't feel some type of way when it don't go well. All right. Because I do. I need you to know that I do. I love my people and I don't want, I know what we're working with and what we're working towards. And I don't want the bad to happen to anybody. All right. This is Netflix. That's what we got going this morning. Let's see what SPY has going in the pre-market. This is SPY coming off of its pre-market high. All right, pre-market high 609. Who my gap trade yesterday was fine. And then I wasn't even paying attention to it. Once it gapped down, I was like, I know that gap's gonna fill. And then I forgot all about the trade. I forgot all about the fact that I had the SPY gap fill trade going, and then when I came swung back around to it like 11, I went to teach, which is this is just a caution tale, is that when I'm teaching pre-calc, it takes so much of my mental energy to make sure that I'm continuing to transfer information that I know is difficult to people who are in. I got to go at a good little clip. So I can't be. Now, if I'm teaching algebra, I can teach algebra in my sleep. Pre-calculus, I've got to put a little more mental energy into it. So honestly, I really shouldn't have entered a trade before I started teaching. I should have left it. Because I forgot all about it. That is just not good wisdom. Oh, I did. Thank you, Janae. Janae says, we feel your empathy towards us. Yes, thank you. I didn't forget my SPX trade from yesterday. Yesterday, I entered SPX trade, and I entered it for today, not on purpose. I thought I was entering it for yesterday, but I got my strikes are 61.30 and 60.55. Those are my strikes for today, 61.30 and 60.55. So I needed to stay in the zone, and then when it gets to where it can be closed profitably, your girl is going. I'm gonna be like, it's been wonderful around these parts, but I'm gonna pull a few coins back off SPX today to replace the $700 loss I incurred yesterday. All right, we're gonna do that. But just know, I want y'all to understand, I believe in the SPX power hour strategy, and I'm gonna be right there. I'm gonna keep being right there for the 4 weeks or the month. I've been keeping track of it for this month, and I'm still up a little bit, but I believe in the strategy, and I'll keep trading it. We're still gonna keep pushing it. We're not gonna jump off the ship because of one bad day, because we already know how that goes. Okay. So this was SPY. Let's see. SPY is currently crossing back across that 609, seeing where it wants to go. Let's go look at triple Q. Triple Q, are we going to have a gap up this morning? We probably are. We closed here, maybe a little bit of a gap up. Triple Q, steadily climbing, higher lows, higher highs. It's got a green across the time frame. Continuity currently at 532. We 533. Sorry, we get ready to open. The market's getting ready to ding, ding, ding. Let's see what IWM has going. See what IWM has working. Y'all hear the bell? It just rang, ring-a-ding. Some trade of mine just closed. Thank you. We've got a few that Netflix is working, the Qualcomm, UPS, and USO. Those are all the ones that are working right now. Let's go see what Netflix is the one I'm most concerned about at this point, because of the fact that it's a 5 spread. We got 990, 995 on a call credit spread, and it just needs to stay below that. Okay, it needs to stay below 990. Yeah, Melissa, I'm glad. I do like the SPX Power Hour too. I like the fact that I don't have to be in the trades all day long, and I can come just at 2:30, 3 o'clock, and still make a decent little return on my money and my time. I feel like my time is spent pretty well there. This is UPS. We've got 134 on UPS. So we've got UPS needs a little watching. Actually, I said I was going to close the entire iron condor all at one time. Let me go see what we got there. I might have to bring it to the screen so y'all can see how we do it in real time, baby. Let's see how we do it in real time. Where are you? There we are. Well, come on. There we go. Here we go. Let's do it in real time, where y'all know that this is how we do it. This is how we do it. Okay, can't sing too much of the song. They'll be wanting to block out part of my video. Application settings, look and feel. Got to make it large. Make it very large. Those in our community, if we're looking at some of these trades, all right, Netflix is now at $9.81. You can see here under trade price, the difference between these two. I received $90 in premiums. It's currently worth $130, right? So if I select both of these, I'm selecting both of the Netflix lines, right click and create a closing order. Okay, we'll buy back the vertical. It's $1.09 right now, which is just a little. I want to put in, I think I might have a working, I think I might have it already working. So it won't, it's not gonna let me enter another one. Okay, I've got Netflix up here in my working file, which you can set your close orders ahead of time. I want Netflix to go on and give me $10. So yeah, I might put 20 because I try to go with the 80% profitability. So I took in $90. 90 times 2 is what, 18? So that means I would close it at 18 or $20. I'm going to cancel, replace this order. I already have the working order in place. I'm going to change it up to include what I want for the close. The one reason why I like putting it in the working orders is this. I'm going to show you here in a minute. In the working orders, because once it's on monitor here, let me go and turn off that chart, because this chart will slow down the processing of my computer, especially when the market is open, because all of that data is being pulled in by Thinkorswim. So I put it here because as I go through the day, I can always, as the day is, I know which ones I'm watching. I can look at this category, this mark column, to see I want $10, but it's at 96. I can see if this is going down like it's supposed to be, or if it's going up. You know, the USO trade looks like it's been ready to close. The UPS on the UPS, what's this, a put credit spread side of the UPS is getting ready to close. Let's go see exactly all that we took in for UPS. For UPS, we took in 25 plus $33. 25 plus 33, 25 plus 33. We took in $58. So if we're going to close that, we could close the whole thing if we wanted, times 0.2. Could close the whole thing for $11. Okay, so I could close this for the $1 because it's ready. The UPS put credit spread side is ready to close. I'm going to go ahead and cancel, replace this. That's going to close that one off. I'm going to replace it with the $1 because that's what it's worth right now. And let's see if it'll pick up the $1 value. How did I know it was worth $1? Because once I was up here on the monitor screen, Come on. My platform is moving slow because all the things I'm running live and running Thinkorswim. On the monitor tab for the UPS up here at the top, it says the price. I'm asking for $1. It's worth $1, 0.01. That means it's in the same, it's worth $1, and I'm asking for it I'm willing to pay $1 to get going. So those two are together, okay? Netflix is coming down a bit, which works for me. Come on down on like Price is Right. What's that, Price is Right? Netflix, come on down. You're the next contestant on trading in the seller zone. There we go. That was good. Y'all felt that? The USO trade, one side of the USO trade is closing for $5. See, I might just change it to $6 because that's going to just go ahead and relieve my buying power and let me do other stuff with my money. I'm okay with paying $1 more to be gone. To release, it'll release the 150 of buying power because this is a 1.5 spread. I'll change it to $6, take my money off the table, and take my buying power and go do other stuff with it. Right? Hopefully USO, there we go. Hopefully USO will act right. It did this time. Yesterday we did the same thing and it didn't want to close, but it did. I took in $22 on USO. I received $22 in premiums. I closed it for $6. So I kept $16 in that trade, and USO is now closed. That buying power, that $150 of buying power is now released back unto me. unto me. Netflix has a pretty wide spread, looks like. See how this number keeps jumping around from it's going down into the 70s and then back up into the ones. It's got a wide, it must have a wide bid ask spread. Bid ask. Make sure that you're careful with how you say that. Don't say it too fast because it'll sound like something else. All right. Changing the UPS to $2 on that put credit spread because the price has climbed enough for that premium to be down there. Good morning, Ward. How you doing? Okay, UPS put credit spread is closed. UPS put credit spread. Those of you in my community, I'm expecting you to be listening and following along because yeah, be careful, Tanya, with bid ask. You got to put the K on it. Bid ask. Okay, so that one's closed. Netflix is still dancing around. That's our watch one today. UPS, the price must be coming down because yep, it was at 133.60, 133.22 because the premiums for it are coming down. Now this trade that's left, I received $33 between these two. 43 minus 10 is 33. I received 33. It's now worth 13. So I mean, to be honest, we might be going a little sooner. Okay. Let me see. I took in 33. 20% of that would be $6, $7. I feel like I should probably wait a little longer, but you know, we get in these times when the morning 10 o'clock turnaround will have you like, where did my trade go? 10 o'clock turnaround will have you like, where did my trade go? But UPS, let's go see what the UPS chart looks like so we can see if we need to adjust our closure. Look, what does the chart look like? Everything now falls back on this chart. Do y'all hear me? Please listen up. And if you're not sure about how to chart, please go and check out my free webinar. It's a webinar for the free, right? It's at where is it at? Does it start with the chart? StartWithTheChart.com. Startwiththechart.com. It's a free charting webinar. Free charting webinar. Okay, listen. I want you to make sure that you are closing things up when they're ready to close. We're not going to be greedy, sitting around worrying about it. And then next thing you know, okay, we're not going to do that. You're going to save yourselves. Save yourselves. All right, Netflix is the trade that we've got our eye on for sure. So everything else that you can get closed up, that you don't have to watch more than one thing. Yeah. Janae said Netflix is at $9.79. You can keep on falling. I was thinking of a song. I'm going to fight it. Y'all know, Janae says we're going to do a top 10 at the end of the year. We're going to do a top 10 wrecking the hits. But I think she might have said top 5. Top 5 wrecking the hits. But, yeah. It's Netflix. Back to 981. You just don't want to do right, do you? Just stay below 990 is what we need to do. What else we got? Okay, Netflix. We looked at, we had to look at QCOM. Let me go back to my monitor tab. QCOM. Qualcomm is the other one that we had. I was in QCOM from last week. I wanted to make sure I got my premiums, and looks like I'm getting ready. Yesterday, I thought Qualcomm was going to close. Let me change this to $3 because we get ready to be gone. Wait, I want to show something else first. Okay. Let me show something else first. Go back to our monitor tab. Qualcomm. 165, 167.5. I received $32 and it's worth $3 at this point. So that's 10%. That means I'm keeping 90%. So guess what? Your girl finna go because I already left the call credit spread side. So we get ready to leave this put credit spread side. Take our profits and release our buying power. Yes, I'm taking my profits. You can release my buying power. Yes, falling. There we go. Y'all know I got a song for every one of these things I say. I don't share with y'all all the songs that come to my mind. I don't, but I think about it. I think about it. Okay, the $3, it jumped up to 3.5. So we're going to change it one more time to $4. Because remember, we took in 33 and I'm getting ready to buy it back for 4. That's a little less than 90%. Bling. Fine with me. It's going to release my buying power. Qualcomm was a 2.5 spread. Once we close that trade, that 2.5 or that $250 goes back into my buying power availability. Ready for us to see what we want to get into on Friday, because getting into things on Friday is good because we get good premiums and we get theta to help us over the weekend. I'm not encouraging anybody to do anything, though. I'm not an investment advisor. I'm not advising. I'm not doing any of that. I'm just saying that this is what I like, because when I get in on Fridays, I can close things on Monday, Tuesday, maybe Wednesday, and take my stuff back because theta helps over the weekend. Okay. Nobody to fight against over the weekend. Theta helps you out. Okay, so Netflix is still here. We're going to just keep it on watch. It's at 110.97. Again, it's got a pretty big bid-ask spread. And UPS, the 134 UPS is the next one. We'll keep Netflix here. Okay, I just want to make sure I can see the Netflix price. So that one will stay open. Qualcomm is closed over here. Rigetti is, I think I have a cover call on Rigetti. That's closed. It closed first thing this morning. So I can enter another. Let me write down what I got to enter today. I can enter another set. Y'all say I got 200 shares of Rigetti. I can do a Rigetti covered call today. That's what I can do because I've got shares. I've got 200 shares here, so I can do 2 covered calls on Rigetti if I so choose, and I'm choosing because Rigetti has good premiums. I'm gonna come back to that in a minute, so I'm leaving it here. We'll come back and look at it together. That Snap trade is doing its thing. My SoundHound trade is almost in the money. It's in the money, but I'm not in the profit yet. I'm thinking about SoFi. Somebody tell me when SoFi's earnings are. Somebody who knows, tell me when SoFi's earnings. I think it's Monday or Tuesday. SPX trade 61.22. Okay, you trying to go on up without me. This bottom side here, I took in what, $90? 310 minus 225 is $90, and it's now worth 18. Okay, so y'all think they got to tell me twice that it's time to go? I'm ready to go right now. I'm gonna buy it back for $20. That one might be all right to keep. Let me see. I'm gonna see, because that was that I might need all my money from this side just in case the other side want to act dumb. Oh, you know what? Though I can't do this. This is what I'll do. I'm gonna put it on and I'll close it with a $5. $5. I got 5 on it. I don't have 5 on anything that's negative or unholy, just so we're sure. I do not have 5 on anything unholy. And I know that song is talking about stuff that is unholy. So no, I don't have 5 on that. SoFi earnings is Monday. Okay, 127 is Monday. Thank y'all. I love y'all. Y'all engaged people. Okay, so SPX, I'm setting that close up for $5, even though it's currently at 15. All righty. 61.30. The price. Ooh, what is you doing? This SPX trying to climb up into my strikes. I can't think about it right now. I gotta give it a minute. I'm waiting till the 9:45 and 10 o'clock turnaround. We'll see what happens here soon. We'll see what happens. All right. UPS is the put credit spread is closed. The call credit spread is at $9. I'm asking for $7. I'm gonna give it a little bit more time, and then we'll probably USO. That trade got closed earlier. We did that together. All right, let's go look at Rigetti. Covered calls on Rigetti. These quantum computing have definitely got back on their move. Looks like we had a gap up this morning. on Rigetti. Y'all see that? It gapped up and it may try to come on back down here to check out the gap. Don't do that. Go ahead and stay up there. But it's fine with me if you pull off it because I want, looks like we got $15 is a resistance place. Let's see if we get to a higher time frame and see if we see any more. Let me go to 65 minutes. That way I can see more data. Maybe. I need more time on the 65 minutes. Not that. Nope. Cancel. That's not what I needed. Let me go to the daily. That way it'll give me more data. Looks like Rigetti is back in the gap that it was in. Wonder if was my Rigetti a call, a covered call, or was it a call? I think it might have been a call because I was riding the gap. Okay. There we are. That's the gap that Rigetti created back on January the 8th, and it is still kind of climbing through that gap. As far as resistance goes, $18 maybe. There's a little bit up in here, right where we are, about $15. Let's see what we would do on a covered call. Let's put us on single. Let's put us on single. I don't know why I'm not seeing any of the comments in my StreamYard screen. Covered call for Rigetti. I would look for maybe a 10 delta. Looks like 16.5. Looks like 16.5 might be a place that's a 10 delta. Oh, that's today. Nope. I need next Friday. I need 31 to 31st. It's a whole lot more calls on Rigetti than there are on puts. 10 delta. Let's see. I'll make it in there. Looks like a 20 strike puts us at like a 16 delta. What kind of money is up there? Oh, look, it's going to pay $30. $30 in premiums. 19. We got a plus or minus 3, which takes us to 17. Yep. Okay. So $35. I'm going to put me another little. Oh, no, I'll leave it at 35. I'm only doing one here. Yep. 19. Covered call for next Friday on Rigetti. 19 covered call. I took in $35. I believe that's what that said. I only did one for now. I'll see what happens when the price goes up some more. Because if the price goes up some more, then I can look at where'd my mouse go? I can look at the premiums at something at the premiums at that same strike will be higher as prices rising towards that. I need to now go see about that Rigetti trade. Yep. I knew that was something else. Okay. I would have been in there going with riding with the gap. Because that gap fill, see, there's a gap that Rigetti is slowly filling. Okay, so I took the little profits off of there. So I'll go on and look at re-entry after this. Okay, now we need to go look at SPX. I'm about to wrap this up. Y'all got something we need to look at? You need to put it in the comments so I can look at it before I go. Hey, Canvas Culture. Marsha. Hey, Kim Morrison. Hope y'all got some SoFi that you bought. SoFi's going to have earnings. If you don't do nothing else, buy some and just hang on for the ride. SoFi, I believe, it's going to be a good longer-term trade. All right. I believe it's going to be a good longer-term trade. Again, not investment advice. I'm just saying that I believe it. I believe in SoFi from a long-term standpoint. So even if you don't have time to trade, you don't have time to do a lot of active trading, put your resources on a stock that's got good growth potential, sell covered calls on it. That's a very passive thing to do. Buy you some stuff and trade covered calls on it. Very passive, but you can be making some money off of your holdings because the shares is the asset. Options contracts is not the asset. The shares is the asset. All right, there's a gap here that's going to need to be refilled. SPX can come on and fill it whenever it's ready. Okay, let me see. Gap goes from the close of one candle to the open of the next. and then back off for price action. All of these are gaps on SPX down on the bottom side that are in need of filling. All right, that one we gapped from here up to there and refilled back there. Gap from the close to the open. Come on, the close. Lots of gaps down here on SPX. The close to the open. That one didn't even have any bottom wick. It just literally did a gap and go. Okay, ANET. We'll look at it. Come on. Come on in. Oh, what just closed? Oh, my UPS call credit spread just closed. So UPS is completely closed. For those in the E2T community, the UPS trade is fully closed. UPS closed. Qualcomm closed. Okay, that Qualcomm shouldn't have an extra E. Where'd my stuff go that fast? Oh, I made it bigger and then lost my candles. Come on. There we go. I wanted to see what's happening up here. Okay, let's go to a smaller time frame. I need to go see my heat map. Can see what's going on up in these parts. Market watch. Okay. Oh, well, I was going to say it's looking red, but once it repopulates, it's looking kind of greenish, grayish. These are all slightly green. Tesla, Google, NVIDIA, AVGO. Looking kind of greenish. Let's go look at ANET before I swing back to SPX. You want to look at it for, what are we looking at ANET for, Janae? You want to look at it for a credit spread trade for next week? What do you, and which side? What are you looking for? This is today. ANET. Let's see what kind of ANET is what, 132. Let's see if it's showing up on, oh, I closed that. If it's showing up on PeakBot's watch list. The PeakBot watch list is where we go. We can look at trend. We can look at the amount of risk we're talking about. We can look at if we want to enter into the bot. You want to have an automated trading. All that stuff, it happens right here on PeakBot. Go ahead and sign me in. Yep, sign me in. Let's see, we want to look at ANET, right? Look at our tickers. Come on. Change it. There we go. ANET. Nope, ANET is not on here at all. Not on there at all, which means we need to go look on the chart for ourselves. All righty, so as far as our exponential averages go, I don't have a 50 showing, but this is obviously bullish. Got a bullish trend going. Support would be 125. Support would also be at 132. Let's go look at the trade. ANET for Friday, next Friday, put credit spread. I would look into the 127 area. That's got a 79% probability to have the money, 19 delta. I'd go between 127, 128, somewhere in there. 126, 127 is paying $20. Of course, you can widen the spread a little bit, pull in a few more pennies, make it a 2 spread and take in $35. Actually, that's not a bad little look. What is ANET? Arista Networks. Oh, the people who do the records, Arista Records, is that them? Looks like Netflix trying to play along. Netflix looks like it's trying to play along. 976. Tell you what, ain't trying to play along right now. Oh, yes, it is. Come on, SPX, do your good work. Come on. I want you falling. Yeah, I want you falling. Yes, a little bit. Just enough a bit to let me go. Give me enough room to let me go. That's what I'm after. Just enough to let me go. Okay. What else we got? I think we got everything we were going to see here. USO is done. UPS is done. Netflix is the last one we're working with. Okay. Are you saying SMH as a trade, or are you saying SMH because you're shaking your head? Palantir looking good. Let's see what the Palantir chart looks like. Palantir has earnings coming up. Oh, yeah, it is looking good. Palantir's got earnings coming up, too. I want to say, what's this date down here? Palantir finally pulled out the gate, and it ain't no stopping us now, even though it's coming into some resistance. So 84, in that 84 area. If you're riding Palantir, it's going to come back to it's trying to go back. That's a lot of green candles, a lot of green days in a row. 83, 84 and some change is resistance. There's actually a good resistance here at 80.76 where it is right now. There's a good strong resistance from December 9th. That's right here. So it's right here at it. Okay, so if you're riding along with Palantir, you might want to, if you're riding calls, you might want to watch to see what happens. Oh, SMH looks neutral. There we go. Actually, Palantir is kind of in between a zone, to be honest. It's stated, if you look at it, it's been inside this zone here for a good little minute. So to go above it, which would be maybe a little risky since earnings, where did I say earnings was? Earnings of February the 3rd. Let me see. I need to go look now. Now I need to go see where Palantir is showing up. I'm sure it's showing bullish at this point. Palantir is showing bullish. It's got 3 of the 4 greens. We like that, but it's a high risk. It's got a high risk. Palantir is high risk. Okay. SMH. Let's look see what, now that we're on this page, let's see what SMH has on here. SMH is showing bullish, moderate. That's the semiconductors, isn't it? Yep. Let's go see what's on the low. On the low risk list, that might give us at least 3 green boxes. Come on. There we go. Looking at our risk. We want at least 3 green boxes. Here we go. Citigroup is 3. Disney, bullish with 3. Neutral, Philip Morris, and Kroger. Let me write them down so I can see who to go back and look for. Philip Morris and Kroger. IWM showing neutral. Chabu. But you know what though? IWM used to be a really good place for us to do our 1DTEs. It used to be a really good place for that. And then bearish, we have McDonald's, TLT. Those are all the bearish ones. Who did I say was bullish? Disney, I think I said. And Citigroup. Does Citigroup pay decent premiums? I don't know if I've looked to see whether Citigroup pays these. It's it's an $81 stock. It might do okay. $21 for a 2 spread. That's about 10%. $23 for a 2 spread on Disney. 35 on a 3 spread, still about 10%. Kroger, $11 on a 1 spread. That's about, That's what happens when we had the low risk. When you're in low risk, you also can look for a little bit lower on the monies. Low risk means lowers on the monies. Serve has a large engulfing candle that's green. You know what? Those Serve had some really good premiums. I traded Serve a couple weeks ago, and it had. I'm sure it's on the high risk list though. $19 stock. I'm sure it's on the high risk list. Let's see. You said it's got a large engulfing candle green. Yeah, that'll let you know that it may be going upwards. But it's got to get past all this resistance. Serve has to get over this hump here. See all these candles that are right there? 1947, it's got to get past there. It's got to close above 1947 for it to really be a good run up. There's a little bit of this gap left. Most of it has been filled. Only a little bit. Well, more than that, because the gap goes from the close of one candle to the open of the next. So all of this would be the gap. Part of it was part of the wicks. The wicks have gotten part of it filled in. The overall big gap would have been down to the 1947, but price action has closed some of it. Serve definitely would still go. I might see Serve as neutral, to be honest. Let me see. I need another study, not you. I need another study so I can see the 50 period moving average. Where are you? VWAP is there. I need a moving average exponential. I need one more. Add selected. Okay, then we're going to edit it and make it. I need it to be a 50. A 50 period. Okay, and let me change the color to maybe a blue. Okay, the 50 period moving average is here. It does show it's still bullish, but it's not like a hard bullish. Let's see what Serve would do as far as spreads. I think Serve had a pretty big, it's not that bad. I was looking for the bid. Yes, it is. Between 50 and 80, that's a 30-point bid ask spread, 35. Yeah, this one's, as you get closer here, it's not as big. But, okay, so strikes for next Friday, maybe down to 16, 15, 16. Vertical, 15, 16. I will go with the 1 spread. Yep, 15, 16 is paying 20, 17. That's pretty good for a 1 spread. If you want it. Now, what you're going to have to worry about if you're trading Serve as spreads when it comes time to get out, you see here the natural says 0.05 and the mid says 0.17. That means there's $12 between the midpoint and the natural. So when you get ready to get out, you may decide, I want $5, but if it's got it all the way up to 17, it's not going to let you out. You got to get in the middle. So that's where that wide bid ask spread can kind of work against you on the getting out. Getting in, not so much trouble. They'll go ahead and let you in. But to get back out, maybe your thing. See, it's between 10 and 17. It's a $7 difference between natural and mid. So when you get ready to buy your way back out, and I was like on the last day, like, go ahead and please just draw down enough for me to be gone. The premiums going in looked real nice. Premiums coming out was a little more work. Was a little more work. Now, if you just trading it as a buyer, then that's not something that you need to be concerned about, right? Not anything to be worried about. All right. Okay. Let me swing back. So I've talked about the different things that are happening inside the membership. This is where all this extra stuff I've done this morning. Y'all know I don't usually be on here like this in the morning anymore because I try to spend my good energy on the members. But I knew we had some stuff we needed to go through and I wasn't going to do a Zoom. So we did it live, right? So we closed off the trades we needed to close off. The only thing we got left at this point still is Netflix. And Netflix is at $9.75. And currently it's at 60 or 50, $45 to close. So yeah, I'm getting real close to saying it's been wonderful, Netflix. It's been wonderful. It's been wonderful. Now I got to be a little more concerned about my SPX because well, it's pulling down some. It's doing okay. Now I just need time. I need time on my hands. I need time to work for my favor as far as that SPX goes. Okay. There's that membership. This is where we are. We learn together. We do strategies together. I even put some more like guidance into the chat this morning to make sure that when we trade our SPX, that we know what we're looking for and know what we're doing. This is the kind of things you need as a trader. You need somebody who's going to be in the fire with you, right? Somebody who's going to help you walk along the path or to give confirmation or credibility to what you're thinking. Somebody who can also say, no, sis, that ain't the right way to go. Or no, bro, don't go that way. You also need that. That's what you're going to get inside the membership, okay? So you can feel confident that you can come over there and join us in the membership, okay? I'm putting the link to the membership in the chat. You can always go to educatortotrader.com and join us there as well. All right, this is where all of my trainings and all my everything is happening inside the membership. Here's the option sellers bundle. If you just want to know how do we do covered calls and cash secure puts and you don't necessarily need the membership stuff, I don't need all that, then just go ahead and grab the resources. You can grab them individually or as a bundle. Of course, the bundle is going to be the best. It's going to be the best deal, right? Free resources at e2t-freebies.com. That's where all of my free resources are. Go over there and avail yourselves to the things that I've created for the free. Okay, let's do our declaration. I declare I'm a great trader, a successful trader, and a focused trader. I declare my wins exceed my losses and my account is growing steadily. I am a wise and knowledgeable trader. I have a strategy that I use for my trades. I don't randomly place trades. I am a level-headed trader who trades my plan and not my emotions. Our prayer, Lord, it's you who gives us the power to get wealth. Help us today to trade our strategy with wisdom and knowledge. Allow us to prosper enough to have what we need and enough to bless others. In Jesus' name, amen. 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 All righty. I want you all to definitely continue to, if you need to watch your charts, learn your charts. Every weekend should be used for learning. I read somewhere, heard somewhere, saw somewhere that the money is made in the market on the weekend. And it's not maybe it's when the market's closed, but it's definitely made in times when you're studying and preparing. The money in the market, yes, you push the buttons when the market is open, but really the setup and the money and what you're looking for happens when you're outside of the market. Your own training, your own confidence, your own knowledge and skill, your own chart watching and chart learning, all that stuff happens outside of the market hours. You've got to spend time in this field. If you decide you really want to be a master trader, you really want to do this big time and full time, that means you've got to look at charts all the time. We got to look at charts, look at stocks, look at trades, and pick one thing and run with it. Okay. Pick a thing. You can literally pick one stock and trade just one stock over and over. I know people who do it. They only trade one thing all the time. And you get so used to what it looked like, when it's going to go left and go right. You already know that's nothing wrong with that either. Okay. But I want you to do two things or maybe three. Stay green, get this money, and I want you to have a great green day. All right. I'll see you, everyone. If you're in the membership, I'll see you in the Telegram. All right. Bye, everybody.